Welcome back to Discmas. Welcome back to the 12 Days of Discmas. I wanted to come out here to Heritage Pines, take on the challenge that you saw previously on this channel, the Mulligan Challenge. See if I can shoot a perfect round out here at Heritage Pines with a limited amount of mulligans. We're going to do the same rules that we did at Matthews, where if you take a mulligan from the tee, it counts as 2. If you take one from the fairway or as a putt, then it is 1 mulligan. If I get a straight up birdie, first shot, first putt, or first shot, first approach, first putt, then I gain a mulligan back to use at a later time. So let's find out how many mulligans I get to start with. Digital gods have spoken. It's looking like 11 mulligans to start, which is really fair. This is a course that I'm very much familiar with, so 11 sounds doable. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the $11 mulligans. 11 mulligans sounds fair. Sounds fair.
A few moments later.
We're going to do the same thing we did last time. If I can't get to 18 down within those 11 mulligans using the system that we have, then I will once again be giving away a disc on this channel. We're going to play the longs and make it as fair as possible. Let's jump into it. Hole 1. They've recently moved the pin positions around, so hole 1 is in the short right, 255 feet down the tunnel, slightly right. Hopefully I can just kind of get a birdie here to start of mullies. That's not really the line, but that's a putt. I'll take it. Boy, I really kind of shanked this, huh? Not ideal. Circle 2. Well, I'm going to waste at least 1 mulligan here. I should have just taken an extra drive if I'm going to waste this many mulligans. I didn't think I was this far. There it is. Oh boy, 2 in the hole already. Down to 9 mulligans. It's okay, we'll make it work. Hole 2 from the longs in the B, 250 feet. This is the hole that I aced with the Zone SS. I haven't talked about if I get an ace. That should count as 2 mulligans gained, right? Let's hopefully find out. Ah, that's not high enough. Get left. Good tree kick. That's a birdie putt coming up. Hopefully we can get one of those mulligans back. I'm trying to learn and grow as we go through this challenge. Last time at John Reed Memorial, I took an early par and then had to really fight my way to an eagle, and then ended up needing every single mulligan I can get at the end to try to get to 18 under, because 18 just wasn't reachable. And I still didn't do it. So I need to value these mulligans. But I also need to get all the birdies I can as I go along. There's maybe 2 holes that I can eagle out here, but I don't want to have to rely on that. Thankfully, it's looking like we're going to be gaining 1 mulligan right back after using 2 on the previous hole. So we're back to double digits. 10 mulligans left. Hole 3, par 5, 695 feet. This is one of those holes that can be eagled. However, it takes an aggressive tee shot to really set up for the eagle. And I never do that. I just lay up short to the creek, and then I go across with a big blast on my second. That's what I'll be trying to do today. That's bad, dude. I'm going to have to spend another 2 mulligans. Don't go too far. Okay, that's fine. We're wasting mulligans at a high rate early on. Not good. I couldn't get really any closer to trouble there, but it's safe. And my stig is way over there in the junk on the left. I felt the slightest headwind, and I babied the stig, thus Finished over there. Now I gotta rip something up this middle gap. Flip up, go. Yep. It's by no means a reflection on the Stig being a bad disc. It went 300 feet, I just threw it in the wrong direction. Would have liked a little more distance to maybe have a shot at the eagle, but it's okay. We'll just toss the Praxis up there. Yep. Okay, it's a birdie. 3 for 3. 8 mulligans left. Kind of a tough one coming up too. Hole 4 is in the par 3 position today, which makes it a little harder. 475 feet. That's wrong. As I see it, it's in the 325 foot position. Kind of a turnover up this line here, drift to the right, and miss 60 to 70 trees. That's going to be pin high on the right, probably 25, 28 feet with a birdie look. I feel like the underworld from West Side Disc never gets talked about, and it's super underrated, especially if you don't have a big arm. It'll get you extra distance. It'll let you get that left to right movement on backhands. And on a shot like this, you can throw it at a much more controlled pace, and let that subtle drift work for you versus you having to force over something either faster or slower. So if you're throwing 300 to 350 feet, check out an underworld. Even better than I thought, we're closer to 20 feet than we are 28 for the birdie and to gain a mulligan back. That was high, but in. No pictures on the scorecard, but obviously there's video. I should keep track of the mulligans that I've burned versus what I've actually used. So I've burned 4, but I've only used 2 because I gained 2 back. So really we're 4 mulligans down through 4 holes. Not an ideal pace. This is a toughie in the par 3 long, hole 5, 290 feet. This very tight hallway here. You need to miss that one tree in the middle of the fairway and have your disc drift to the right. This is where I call in the specialty disc for me, which is my Rollo. Turn inside, yes. Get some ground play. Yes, that's a putt. A little further out than I thought we would be. Yes. We get one back. Sweet. All right, we're cruising along on to hole 6. I didn't look to see where it was. It's in the par 4, okay. So par 4, left to right turnover, and then kind of fly straight, 460 feet. 10 mulligans left. Feeling really confident now. Wondering if I get through the front 9 with double digits and mulligans, if I should stop being able to accrue them, make the challenge a little harder. We'll see. Don't get too cocky, dude. You're not that good. Oh, that's inside. Oh no, it finished inside. If it would have kicked out, I would have taken it. Well, we're going to waste 2 mulligans. We were just talking about getting rid of mulligans. Those 2 kicks absolutely just saved me, because I was going to throw a 3rd tee shot there. Well, it wasn't great. Let's try and get up and down here. Dang, that's just a little shorter than I'd like, but that's a putt. It always looks worse than what it actually is. For the birdie. Yep. Moving on to hole 7. One that usually causes me at least some hiccups. Shameless plug here, guys. If you're still watching the video, hopefully that means you're enjoying it. So hit that like and subscribe. Doing 12 days of Discmas is a lot of filming and a lot of editing and a lot to do in a short period of time in between getting all this stuff done for Ace Run Pro that I also do as my main job. So please, if you're enjoying it, hit that subscribe and check out the links I have below to get your hands on some Vessi gear, as well as some Squatch bags. That also helps support not only myself, but us over at Ace Run Productions. All right, hole 7, 270 feet in the straight position, slightly to the right.
Slightly to the right. Slightly to the right.
All right, I'm gonna throw the first forehand of the day here. And go Emperor, I blend, hopefully keep it relatively straight. Get up there. Yeah, that's a putt. I would consider that a successful tee shot. This hole's not very far, it's just slightly uphill, and it's so tight that it just always causes me issues. So if I can make the gap clean, then yeah, I'm absolutely taking it. Well, this sucks, and this is on me for not actually looking down the fairway. It is not in the straight position. There's my drive, which would have put me about 25, 28. And there's the basket, which is now 70 feet away. Now there's little to no chance that I don't have to burn at least one mulligan here. I'm not gonna go back and re-tee. It's got me thinking if I should try to just eagle hole 10 and just take a par here. One time? Nope. Well, we're burning 2 mulligans. I don't know if hole 10 is in the par 4 or par 5 position. That makes a big, big difference. Come on. Oh my God. I'm gonna grab my blue one back because I feel like that one has a better chance of going in. So remember 2 holes ago when I was feeling good about the mulligans? You can come through. That's gone down the window. Went and picked up my blue putter because I feel like I'm gonna be here for a while. Jeez, it's a lot of construction. Man. Please. Guys, this could wipe out every mulligan that I have. It's getting to the point now where if I don't make it within these next 2 throws, I just have to concede the par here and try to find an eagle somewhere else on the course. Because what am I down to here? 4? I was at 8 coming into the hole. Missed the putt. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Oh my God, yeah. I'm down to 3. I can't leave here with 0 mulligans. Stay up. This is far and away the biggest mistake I've made during this series. It's just not actually looking down the hole. And I could have swore I saw the actual yellow band. But 2 of the tee signs have had the wrong pin placements on them. And this is the 3rd, and it just cost me pretty much all my mulligans, all but 1. This is crazy. I mean, I think I'm doing my numbers right, and I'm down to 1 mulligan. Awful. Hole 8, I don't know if I can believe the tee sign. I hope it's wrong, because if it's in the B position, it is certainly more gettable as a birdie for me than it is when it's in the A position. 495 feet if it's in the A, 435 if it's in the B. Turnover off the tee shot here, and then assess from there. If it's in the A position, I'm kind of screwed. And I can't even take a mulligan because tee shots are 2 mulligans. and I only have one. So I'll be forced to deal with whatever I have up there when I get to my lie. Really hope it's in the short right. The T sign is wrong. It's in the short right, so I've got a chance to get up and down for birdie here and regain one of those mulligans, which I desperately need right now. So I'm gonna try to go. Should I go forehand around the backside? Yeah, you got two options: right side hyzer, left side forehand. I think I'm gonna try forehand up the left side. Get right. Yeah, that looks good. Push the back edge, finish right. You should have a birdie putt coming up inside the circle. Putt's been feeling good inside of 90 feet. That last one I had, just to hit metal that many times and not have one of them fall, kind of crazy. I think we're gonna have a little bounce back here. Really, really need it. Okay, just outside the bullseye. Really happy that this is in the short. Big difference. Where I was to try to get to the long wasn't gonna happen. We got one back, 2 mulligans in the bank now. Well, can't win them all. Hole 9 is not in the short, it's in the long. 300 feet down this tunnel and get to that kind of offset branch, part of that tree. You need to be moving right. Forehand works if you dump early, gives you a long look for a birdie at worst. Backhand turnover is kind of the way to really get it close. Try my parachute penguin, my centurion. Super beat up glow D blend. Yes, keep turning, go in. Yes, fought through everything, let's go. I think we're not really that obstructed. Just a little straddle out around this little guy. Just need to straddle to the right. This would be big. Get another mulligan here, be 2 mulligans and 2 holes would get me back to 3 mulligans total. Focus up here, dude. Yes. Thank you, Centurion. Thank you, Praxis. Hole 10. I believe I see it in the straight position, which is the par 5, 625 feet. That means it's very much gettable. Didn't turn it enough. I can't quite tell if that got past all the stuff. Hopefully it did. Well, we did get past the junk on the left, thankfully. But this is not ideal because now I've got a kind of a long turnover to get back into position. I'm gonna try and press the issue a little bit. Maybe give myself an outside look for an eagle if I can get a turnover around that finds its way back into the mouth. We need some mulligans. Not great. Too flippy of a disc, but that was the risk in trying to get it to glide all the way there. You have to scramble, but we should be able to get up and down for the birdie. We've got a pretty nice gap that we normally don't have during the summertime, so take advantage. And throw an absolute shank that worked out. That was so bad. That was a bad shot that worked out. But that's also kind of the last of the eagle holes. Hole 11, par 3, says in the B position, which is 285, and survey says it is indeed in the 285 position. Try a slow flip up stig. Go. Yes! That's well inside the circle. Got a shot here to get 4 birdies in a row. That would add 4 mulligans to my bank, leaving me at 5 total. And I could very easily have to use 2 holes from now to try to get an eagle. Because I think it's going to be the best shot I'm going to have at an eagle is going to be hole 13. Well, to the surprise of no one, the stag, about 15 feet, For the birdie. Moving on. Well, we're at another one that I can't really get to. It's a par 3, 380 feet. Which means I'm probably going to have a 60 footer or so coming up if I'd execute a really good drive. The back half of this course is definitely where the longer shots are. I just still can't believe what a dunce I was on hole 7, not looking down that fairway. That's 5 strokes. Whew, okay. That gives me a long look. Okay, got about 50 feet or so. Got a little late double kick to get me here off of these trees. This would be super big if I don't have to use a mully here. Come on. Come on! Oh my gosh. That's 5 in a row. Where was this? Well, yeah, where was this during the front half? Okay, really, really good stretch here from hole 8 to 12. Hole 13, if it's in the short, there's a throw-in potential for eagle. If it's in the long, I'm screwed. Hole 13 is one of my favorites. It says it's in the A, which is the short, 440 feet. Normally I'm throwing something neutral on backhand and just playing to the turn and then chipping across, taking a birdie. The aggressive play is a forehand that's going to get some finish to the right, thus cutting the distance off on the second shot. I got to try to get it. This looks great. Yes, dude, that's made the turn. It's on the fairway, and if it's in the short, we might have a chance to throw one in. Okay, this is pretty ideal. A little more skip would have been helpful. Extra 20, 30 feet would have been great, but we're on the fairway, and we are 160 feet away. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to run it in with the berg. Just kind of punch it, slight nose up. No, didn't turn it, didn't get it there. That's a birdie putt. Do we just take the birdie? Yeah, I think we just take the birdie. There's another par 4 coming up. Hole 16 is potentially a par 4. Hole 18 is a par 4. I'm going to try another one. I'm not going to count it though. This is just for fun. If it goes in, oh well. Then I messed up. Oh my God. Well, maybe I should have thrown the zone at it. Okay. We got ourselves a birdie putt coming up. Boy, that zone was definitely on line to get in. Okay, we've got the birdie. So now we have 7 mulligans at our disposal with 2 par 4s coming up. Maybe even a par 5, we'll see. Well, it says par 4, 540, which is the shortest of the par 4s. So that makes it much harder. I can try to get a little aggressive and flip something up this middle gap, hope that it pushes and then finishes left. Or I can go really aggressive up this route with some turn and then let it push and get left as well. That's kind of the real eagle shot. Just don't think I want to be that aggressive. So I'm going to go with the right side, a little faster disc, maybe get some more left-hand finish. Go from there. Yep, Big skip. That's right in the sweet spot. Pretty good position. I thought I was a little further right, but we're still in a very good position to attack for the birdie. That's on the green. Got a twosome catching up to me behind me. About 25 feet left for birdie. There we go. Another birdie. I wish I could play this well during a tournament on this stretch. Yeesh. Hole 15, very much aceable. Also can get you in trouble. There's OB back there looming. I can't tell if it's right or left. It says right, but not going to get me twice. Go down here and look. All right, it is indeed on the right side. I actually have a putt from there. I know exactly where that ended up. So I'll take it. I've been in this position a lot on this hole, so I had a feeling it was going to be right around here. Circle's edgish. Didn't want to burn another tee shot mulligan when I knew I'd be about circle's edge at worst. Oh, just snuck that in over the cage. Well, we're building up an allotment of mulligans, and we're going to need to start using them. Hole 16 says it's in the long, par 4. I don't see the basket, which would lead me to believe that it is indeed in the par 4 position. At 2 inside. It might be 2 inside, but there's like sneaky lines up there. We'll see. I think it takes eagle out of play though. It is 2 inside, but we've got a pretty favorable window. Inside of 200 feet. I'm gonna take a run at it. Because why not? If you sail it, you sail it. It's fine. Oh, that's not gonna turn at all. And it's a bad shot. Now I gotta throw a mulligan. Well, that's kind of worst outcome. It's better, but it's not going to get there for the eagle. Oh, man. You're going to waste one on a bad shot. On the bright side, I've never canned 8 consecutive birdies on any stretch of this course from any layout. Short, long, white, off-white. Hasn't happened, so it's a personal best for me. And it happened during 12 days of Discmas. Discmas. A little tricky one left for birdie here. Wasted a mulligan. We had 9, now we have 8. I don't love Anheuser straddles, especially uphill. Got it though. I still gotta find an eagle, guys. Our history is gonna repeat itself. What do we got? 8 mulligans? I got 8 mulligans left. We're gonna need them all. Hole 17 in the short, says it's in the long, it's not. It's 255 feet, slightly uphill. Little turnover, there is hazard and OB on the left. Right side also feasible, not so much for the ace though. Too much turn. Yeah. That's a look, but I don't love it. Well, definitely turned it over more than I wanted to. We're left at circle 2. Yes. Boy, putter has saved me a ton of mulligans and gained me a ton of mulligans today. So I'm going to head into hole 18 with 7 mulligans, I think. I gained 8 on that stretch. I had 1. and I used one. All right, so it's looking like I'm gonna head into hole 18 with 8 mulligans to go. What I'd really like to do is go back to hole 7 and play it the right way. But it is what it is, and we're here now. You know what? I'm gonna call an audible here. Mainly because it's my channel, I can do what I want. But the whole hole 7 thing really got to me, so I'm gonna play hole 18 from the shorts. It's gonna give me a better chance to actually throw something out there and then put myself inside of 200 feet, hopefully, with 8 chances to throw one in for eagle. But here's the caveat and the compromise, because it's a last minute switch, literally. Regardless of what happens, I'm gonna give away a disc. This has been a fun challenge, and because I'm and because I'm changing the holes here on the last hole, it's only fair we do a giveaway. So let's try and get one out there and have some fun trying to get a throw in for eagle. So 435 feet from the shorts. A little bit of hookup. Yep, that should be right in line on the right side, staring down the tunnel at the basket itself. Well, it all comes down to this. I'm gonna guess we're pretty much at 100 feet here. 96 feet. 8 chances to throw this in for eagle. Start with the Bjorg and hopefully end with the Bjorg. Too long? Too long, just over the top. Okay. Praxis. Tree. That's 2. Zone. Nope, too much flip. That's 3. Zone SS. 4. Yikes, these aren't even good runs. That's short. 5. I got 3 left. 6. Kind of fitting that it comes down to another 90 footer. Let's try it again. One last throw. We're going gray and purple Praxis. That's it. Well, that'll wrap it up from out here at Heritage Pines. Another day of Discmas in the books. Another unsuccessful mulligan challenge. Hole 7 absolutely cost me. It's a hole that I can birdie, and that's just my own fault for not actually paying attention before I started throwing. Almost got it here, that last Praxis, hitting the bands, trying to make it happen with one last eagle, but 17 down yet again, which means giving away a disc on the channel. If you want to get in on the giveaway, since it is Discmas, comment down below and tell me what's the best gift you've ever received during the holiday season. Either as a kid or as an adult, doesn't matter. Shoot it down in the comments. I'll run through, pick out a random one to select for the giveaway. Thanks so much for watching again, guys. Please like and subscribe. We've got more coming your way for Discmas and already starting to gear up for 2026. Appreciate the support. Hopefully it's not snowing where you are. You can get out and fling some frisbees. I'll see you on the next one.